All right, folks, once again, I am Tom. That is Jimmy. Summer League's over.
Sad.
Let's break down some winners and losers. Also, all hate, please direct towards Jimmy. Jimmy, of course, you were on the ground this past weekend at the Summer League. So take us through your first winner here, Carsen Edwards.
Look, I got a chance to go watch Carsen Edwards play a couple games with the Boston Celtics at Summer League. Got up close and personal. The dude is an absolute baller. I mean, you saw what he did at Purdue, and it was ridiculous. And you were like, okay, well, he's a little small.
But he's thick.
Yeah.
2 C's.
The man is built. So it was like, is he really going to be able to translate to the next level? And obviously the first step of that is Summer League. And he did that. He scored against NBA level talent and draft picks, that were drafted a little bit higher than him. 19.4 points per game. Now the assist numbers you see at 1.4, that was the biggest question mark I had with him. He's not a true point guard. He's a score first, go out there, light it up point guard. They ran a 2-point guard lineup with him and Tremont Waters.
Who I actually thought played pretty well too.
He did play really well. But look, 46.7% from 3, that's going to translate. And since he's so built, he can defend really well against guards that are really a lot bigger than him.
Sixth-man scorer, I think, is exactly what Carsen Edwards is going to be in the NBA. All right, let's go to Nickeil Alexander-Walker, another guard from the Pelicans. What'd you make of him? Or another guard, from the Pelicans.
Yeah, super versatile kind of guy. In college, his freshman season, he was a spot-up shooter. Sophomore year, he comes in, he kind of has more point guard responsibilities. He did both of those things in Summer League. There were nights where he was running the offense, he was playing point guard and passing and distributing really well. There were other nights where he went and spotted up along the three-point arc, and he showed that he could do both of them. He's also a great defensive guy, and he put up big numbers in the Summer League, 24.2 points per game, and the assists are really what stands out to you, 6 per game. Three-point percentage at 40.6, that's elite.
Yeah.
So I like him a
I
lot.
will make note, the Summer League stats kind of get a little crazy.
Oh, for sure.
Because a lot of these guys just aren't NBA players, and they're playing against guys who legitimately are NBA players. They're going to be at minimum good role players.
Yeah, I think the Pelicans, you also could have made the argument that Jackson Hayes could have been on this winners list.
That dunk alone should have put him on here, Jimmy.
It really, really could have been. But Nickeil Alexander-Walker was the best player on that Summer League team this past weekend that I got to watch him play.
Which I think bodes well for New Orleans, him being a mid-ish first-round pick there. Now, I think NAW, which is what we'll call him, that's his nickname going forward, could end up being one of the steals of the draft. But who do you guys think will be the steal of this NBA draft? You're already saying the T word. We're not allowed to do it, okay? None of that.
That started fast.
It's just everywhere already. So
Yeah,
who do you think will be the steal of the NBA draft?
I got a sleeper for you that we haven't talked a lot about a lot on this show.
So it's not Sekou.
It's not Sekou Doumbouya, even though he will be. That's just a given. Kevin Porter Jr. He was taken 30th overall, and he was originally could have been a lottery pick. So I think he could be a steal of this past NBA draft.
I think it's the guy we just discussed, Carsen Edwards.
Oh yeah,
I think he should have been a first-round pick. I know he's undersized, but the scoring is there. If you want a Lou Williams type, Edwards is my pick there.
I like it.
I see Brandon Clarke in there. We'll get to him later on. Someone says Darius Baisley. I'm not saying the T word right now. Goga Bitadze is a popular pick in there as well. So keep those flowing, folks. Two will be the steal of the NBA draft. Let's go to a non-first-tier player, Chris Boucher for the Raptors.
Yeah, look, he won G League MVP last season. So he spent basically his entire rookie season in the G League. And obviously it worked out for him really well because he won MVP. But now it's time to translate that game to the NBA. And that started this past weekend at Summer League where he did that. He was scoring in bunches. He rebounded the ball really well. He was protecting the rim. And look, I know the three-point percentage doesn't really stand out to you, but I got to watch his shot and it looked good. It looks pure. It looks clean. I think Chris Boucher is going to be a good player for the Raptors next year, which is what they need. I think he is a Pascal Siakam starter kit in a way. And if they can have 2 Pascal Siakams, they would be excited about that. Look, the guy's freakishly long. He's like Slender Man out on the court.
I don't know if that's a great thing necessarily for the NBA, although we've seen players have that type of build and have success there.
Exactly.
Let's move then to Tyler Herro. Jimmy, are you taking the L yet?
Yes. I fully accept.
Okay, he's taking the L. Everyone type L.
Fully accept the fact that, look, if you watched our draft coverage, which I'm guessing most of you did because a lot of people watched us do the live draft, I laughed when Tyler Herro was selected, I believe 13th overall by the Miami Heat. And I am eating my laughter because the guy...
How does one eat laughter?
Same way you eat words, Tom. I don't know. But anyway...
Put him on a sandwich? Okay.
Tyler Herro in Summer League. Now, Summer League got cut short because they were like, hey, we don't want to play you in every single Summer League game.
You're fine. You're good.
We don't want you to get hurt. But when he played, I mean, he shot the ball incredibly well. He got to the basket when he needed to. And the thing that surprised me the most, and maybe it didn't surprise everyone, it surprised me, was his defensive ability and off-the-ball ability. Because he moved really well without the ball, and he played incredible defense for a guy that doesn't have the best NBA wingspan. I think Heat fans, especially producer Tad, should be really excited that Tyler Herro is going to be in a Miami Heat uniform.
I'm watching all the L's rolling here, but how about a different letter? How about you guys type in S if you're already subscribed to us here on YouTube? If you're not already, we're approaching 1,000 live right now. Hit that big button. I mean, come on. Like,
big red button.
yeah,
Pretty easy.
and you can always type in L to shame Jimmy. It's perfect. Yeah.
I deserve a lot of shame for all my Tyler
you do.
Herro hate. I
All right,
fully accept
Let me
it.
give some shout-outs here. Just S's flow in. X-Quarter, Nathan, Keith, Prince, Jake, Santiago, Joan, LG God, Cindy, King Caddy, The Locker Room, Hoop Geek in there. Everyone type in S, guys. We appreciate it. Get to some more winners here. How about Bruce Brown of the Pistons? What's going on here?
This was a name that I didn't really think about even throwing up there until I actually got to watch him play in person because he put up a triple-double. And to put up a triple-double in Summer League is super rare. It's only happened, I believe, 3 times since 2004 in Summer League.
Wow.
Because limited minutes, you know, they're 10-minute quarters. The clock runs a little bit. It's a very fast game.
It's just a math game at that point.
Yeah, and Bruce Brown put up a triple-double in one of those games and, you know, consistently did everything they needed him to do. He's a point guard. He's getting 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Now, he's not a good shooter, but he's a good playmaker, and that's kind of what the Pistons need, especially if they're ready to move on from Reggie Jackson eventually. They're hoping Bruce Brown can step up big in his second year because his rookie season, he didn't really show a lot. He showed more in the G League. I think his second year, Bruce Brown could be a really good player for the Detroit Pistons.
And they do need some more guard depth because you mentioned Jackson. They have Derrick Rose, who is more of a scorer, but if you can find a distributor, maybe Brown does fit that mold pretty well. Let's move then to the Summer League MVP. Of course he was going to be on here, guys. Quit asking about him. Brandon Clarke of the Grizzlies.
Okay, leading up to the draft, you know this was my guy. I loved Brandon Clarke, and he showed out in Summer League, which, you know, take it for what it is. It is Summer League, so we take this all with a grain of salt, but he was the MVP. And defensively, you couldn't score on him. He was good at, you know, if he got beat on the perimeter, he would chase his defender down, block the shot. He pulled down rebounds. He scored the ball really well. The one question mark I had about Brandon Clarke coming into the league was his three-point percentage. And even though he didn't take a lot, I got to watch a couple games with him and I talked to some people. His shot looked good. Like, his mechanics looked a lot better than expected coming into the league. And that's going to be huge. Because
So the opposite of Markelle Fultz.
Exactly. Because he is an undersized power forward. But, man, the Grizzlies did get a steal out of Brandon Clarke.
The wingspan, I think, was definitely the concern around Clarke. But if he keeps up shooting at least well enough to be a threat of a stretch, not like a true stretch forward, but if he can at least stretch it enough, I think that's a big deal for them on that front. All right, folks, giveaway for you guys from our friends over at MyBookie. Head over to chatsports.com/NBA now. Use that promo code ChatNBA. That gets you a 100% deposit bonus. So you put down $50. MyBookie will give you an extra $50 for free to bet with. And after you sign up and deposit and go place your first bet, here's how you can get an NBA jersey. Email promo@chatsports.com. That's promo@chatsports.com. That's how you get an NBA jersey. So, Jimmy, that's the best deal out there, right?
Absolutely. I'm going to try to get a Brandon Clarke jersey now, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So, yeah, go to get it done over at MyBookie.
You mentioned Brandon Clarke. You've also mentioned Lonnie Walker several times as a possible most improved player. What'd you think of him, though, coming out of the Summer League?
Man, he looked incredible. And he also is another guy that got held out after a few games because he just put up ridiculous numbers, and he's one of those guys that is officially on that way too good to play in Summer League level. I mean, that's what Lonnie Walker is. He came in
30 points. Oh my
30
God.
points per game. Now, again, remember, he didn't play a ton.
Oh, my God.
But still, it's just absolutely ridiculous. He was really good. He also played in the Utah Summer League, so I didn't get to watch him there, obviously. But once he played in Vegas, I got to watch a little bit of him in there. Now, his injury forced him to miss a lot of his rookie season, which is kind of what hampered him from showing out for the Spurs. But now, I think they're ready to make him as, you know, a six-man type role, or at least in that second unit as a core part of it. I like Lonnie Walker a lot. I am super excited to watch him play.
So those are the winners. We'll get to the losers. Jimmy apologizes for not listing 18 different winners like you guys want there. But question for you before we get to the loser side of things. Have you ever been to Vegas? Let us know. I actually have not, Jimmy.
You haven't been out there?
No, my wife was there actually this past week. Funny enough.
That's right.
Yeah, because there's like 1 day overlap there.
I didn't run into her. But,
yeah, you guys are doing very different things.
Yes, I was basically watching basketball all day,
She was at the
every
pool.
day. Yeah. It's too hot to be out at the pool, man.
All right, let's see. Nathan says yes. Cindy says yes. Lots of no's coming in there as well. Quartic says no. James says no. Dan says he wishes there. Michael says no. So I think the no's have it there overall.
I will say, if you get the chance to go out to Summer League anytime and you're a basketball fan, you should go.
Let's get into the losers. Also, please direct all your hate towards
Bring
Jimmy
it on.
RJ Barrett.
Look, plain and simple, if you're the number 3 overall pick, you have higher expectations, and that plays a large part into why RJ Barrett is on my loser list. Did he show glimpses of why he was the number 3 pick? Yes, absolutely. His body looked absolutely NBA ready, but his game didn't. I mean, the numbers themselves,
raw numbers.
Take away those 2 percentages, and you're like, Jimmy, you're an idiot. Why is he a loser? Because of the field goal percentage at 37.3%, because of his 3-point percentage at 28.6%, and I watched a few games of RJ Barrett. Defenders were smart. They forced him right. The dude wouldn't go right. He only went left, and he turned the ball over a lot when he tried to pass out of that. He's got a lot to work on. Now, does this mean I think he's going to be a bad NBA player? No, don't worry, guys. He's going to be just fine. But he wasn't good enough in the Summer League to make our winners list, but he's just bad enough to make our losers list.
Let's stick with another first-round pick. This one, a former one, though, Jerome Robinson of the Clippers.
Now, a lot of people may not know Jerome Robinson, but the reason
Boston College.
Yeah.
Got it.
The reason he's on this loser list is because if you're a second-year player, your expectations are a little bit higher. You want you to look ready, and he didn't look ready. He didn't distribute the ball well. He didn't run the offense very well for the Clippers. I think they want him to be a lot better than he is.
Shot good.
He did shoot it pretty well, but he is a project. He is a guy that's probably going to have to spend a second year in the G League with the Clippers. I don't think he's going to get a lot of run now that they're so good. But he's one of those guys you're going to have to polish because, look, he didn't look good the first few games of Summer League. The end, he kind of picked it up. Apparently, he was sick. People were talking around Vegas. They said Jerome Robinson was fighting off an illness, but still didn't look that good to me.
All right, we've seen a lot of it in the comments section. So if enough people say Tacko or Taco, either spelling works here, we will talk about him. We'll let producer Tad make the decision for when there's enough. We're not just going to give it away, though. Enough people have to say it. It is Taco Tuesday, after all.
Oh, Taco Tuesday.
It is Taco Tuesday.
Big taco.
Funny enough, how this always ends up going down on a Tuesday. We have issues there in Taco.
God, I forgot about that.
So tacos, I see it from Dark. I see it from Nathan, Josh. Let's see. I see some Zaza. Does not count.
Zaza didn't
And
play in Summer
if
League.
you type in Zaza, Tad will take away a vote for Taco. So you can't say Zaza. It's only tacos here. You know what, Jimmy? I don't think we have enough of it.
No, not
All right,
yet.
let's move
Not
then
yet.
to Jarrett Allen. What are you doing, you hater? He played great.
Yes. Look, Jarrett Allen is a great player. He absolutely dominated the Summer League. He was on the first team All-Summer League, and you're probably like, Jimmy, you are an idiot. And I understand that. The problem was not his play. The problem was that he played. Because he played and he got hurt in Summer League. And if you're a third-year player who started on a playoff team like Jarrett Allen did, you shouldn't be playing. So maybe we could even just put the Brooklyn Nets in here as a loser instead of Jarrett Allen himself, because he himself showed out. I mean, he absolutely did, as he should. If you're a third-year player and you're starting on a playoff team. But he went down with a hip contusion, forced him to miss the rest of Summer League. Hopefully it doesn't keep him out any longer than that. But Brooklyn.
Sounds like you're a hater.
This guy is supposed to be your starting center. Why are you playing him in Summer League? I didn't understand it. That's why he is on this loser list. It's not because of his play on the court. It's because he did play.
All right, let's move then to Grayson Allen, who, oh, look, he got ejected because Grayson Allen is a dirty player. Let's call it what it is. How do you get ejected in the Summer League?
I went to a couple of Grayson Allen's games. He was getting booed out of the stadium. Like, I literally thought he was he touched the ball, and I thought he was going to start crying because he got booed so hard. And, I mean, if you make a dirty play, if you're going to foul somebody like Grant Williams, just elbowing him in the head for absolutely no reason, you're going to be on the loser list. The biggest question mark with Grayson Allen has always been, hey.
Look at the 3-point percentage.
Yeah, guys, that 8.3 3-point percentage is not, it's not a typo.
Oh, my God.
That's what he shot. Now, defensively, he actually looked really good, I'll say that. But overall, Grayson Allen, you're supposed to be mature now in your second year, and if you're getting ejected in a Summer League game, I got big question marks about you, buddy. I think that's why. Actually, I don't think that's why. That is why he's on my loser list for the Summer League.
All right, guys. Obviously, those are not all of the winners and losers. Jimmy fake apologizes for not mentioning every single player in the Summer League. If you want to talk about a player, throw it in the comments section. I'll make sure one of us responds about their Summer League play.
Did you say you want to taco about a
Yeah,
player?
I do want to talk about it. There are enough tacos in the comments section. Here you go. There was no way we couldn't mention him or could not mention him, I guess. What'd you make of Tacko's Fall play in the Summer League, Jimmy?
The few games that I went to watch Tacko Fall, number one, I felt really, really tiny because I was pretty close, and he literally just, it was insane. It's like unlike anything I've ever seen. Big guy. But the problem is he didn't get a lot of minutes, and that holds you back from being a true winner. Now, when he did play, he was definitely effective. He literally just stands around the rim and tapped the ball in, literally like a volleyball player, 7.2 points per game. The 4 rebounds, that's kind of a problem. If you're 7'7", you should have more rebounds than that. Blocks, you just put your hands up, you're going to block a shot. That's what he did. I mean, he really only played 10 to 12 minutes per game. And in all reality, if he makes it to the NBA someday,
that's his role.
That's what he's going to do. He's going to be a 10 to 12 minute per game kind of guy. Now, he's on the Exhibit 10 contract right now, which is just a fancy way of saying he has a bunch of incentives on his deal.
And he has a camp invite.
But if you're Boston or anybody, just throw the guy a two-way. I think it's worth it at this point because it doesn't take up an actual roster spot. And two-way guys don't really get that much run anyway. Right. So I say go for it. I like Tacko Fall a lot.
There you go. Jimmy in favor of Tacko Fall.